G'day my pagan friends, I'm up here in Bonnie, Scotland, and I'm staying at Portpatrick, which is about 10 minutes from where I am. This is Castle Kennedy. It features very fleetingly in one of the greatest films ever made, one of my favourite films, The Wicker Man. And I have the afternoon off, and I thought what a better way to spend it, to try and go round where I am and hunt down various locations, most of which are in an hour to an hour and a half's drive from where I am, but they're all over the place, as is this one. This is fleetingly seen in the movie, but you'll recognise this mound here, but more of that to come later. I recommend if you can come up here and tour this beautiful part of the country. It is amazing, and I've put all the locations in the video, so it's quite an in-depth film with locations. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, first location is Gatehouse of Fleet, and we first see Sergeant Howie going through the streets of Summerall, clearly crossing these cobbled streets, and he walks past that blue door, which was white back then, where that silver car is, from right to left. And that's basically also opposite the exteriors of the Green Man Inn.
Careless heed till tween the late and early. With small persuasion she agreed to see me through the barley. Corn rigs and barley rigs and corn rigs are bonny. I'll not forget that happy night among the rigs with Annie.
Okay, the next stop is May Morrison's Sweet Shop, which is right there. That's where Howie goes in to find the lost Rowan Morrison. It's now an art gallery. It was a bit of a bugger to find, but we found it.
The moon was shining clearly. I set her down with right goodwill among the rigs of barley. I kenned her heart was all my own. I loved her most sincerely.
Much has been said of the strumpets of yore, of wenches and bawdy house queens by the score, but I sing of a baggage that we all adore.
The Green Man Inn, where Sergeant Howie stayed, and was beckoned in by the landlord's daughter. It's changed a bit, but it's the same building. This location only served as the exteriors for the Green Man Inn. The actual place where it was shot was Ellengowan Hotel in Creedtown, which unfortunately is now closed, so I couldn't visit that.
She's not the kind of girl to take home to your mother.
Where's the school, please?
On the far side of the green.
Thank you.
In the woods there grew a tree, and a fine, fine tree was he.
And that's it there. Hopefully no one comes out and tells me off for filming. It's amazing. Schoolhouse and the Wicker Man.
That when the human life is over, the soul returns to trees, to air, to fire, to water, to animals. So that Rowan Morrison has simply returned to the life forces in another form.
You mean to say that you teach the children this stuff?
Yes, I told you. It is what we believe.
You never learn anything of Christianity.
Only as a comparative religion. The children find it far easier to picture reincarnation than resurrection.
Okay, here we are at Anworth Old Kirk, where the old derelict church and gravesite is. As you can see, we go through here. So where Howie sees the young woman breastfeeding. There's all rubbish bits flying about. Yeah, check it out. Wow. So this location is a 3-for-1 deal. So as Howie walks down towards the school, he's mystified by the maypole dancing scene. So as he goes past that, we see the church also in the background as he makes his way to the schoolhouse, and that is all in 20 metres of each other. It's a really good location and it is barely changed.
I trust the sight of the young people refreshes you.
No, sir. It does not refresh me.
Okay, we are now in Castle Kennedy Gardens, and there is where the stones were, where the naked women were jumping over the flames. We'll get a closer look. So this is where the ladies were doing the fire leap, circled by the big concrete pillars, very Stonehenge looking. Apparently they were polystyrene and obviously only put here for the movie. Because as Howie is taken to see Summerall on a horse-drawn carriage, you can clearly see Castle Kennedy in the background. But the fire would have been here, and the leaping over, but also served as the chop scene as they're heading towards the beach later on in the movie. Absolutely stunning here. So as Howie passes by, again, like I said, you can see that in the background, heading to meet Summerall for the first time. That location is about 50 minutes, an hour from here. It's Cullion Castle, I think it's pronounced, but that's only served as the exteriors, so it's a bit far to go for that one. But this is absolutely amazing to be where they've done the fire leap. Okay, about a half-hour drive from that Castle Kennedy location. We are now at the Logan Botanic Garden, which you will probably see the palm trees in Lord Summerall's estate. Let's have a look further. So this scene goes from one location to another. They're currently at Cullion Castle, and as they go through this door, straight through here, we have a little fade and it goes straight into the Botanic Garden. So we see Sergeant Howie come down here, eating some of the crop from Lord Summerall. As he comes down, comes past these palm trees and meets Lord Summerall at the bottom of the stairs. Let's have a look at that. So Sergeant Howie would be making his way down here, chomping on an apple. And Lord Summerall will be standing right at the bottom of these stairs.
I put my hand on her thigh and she says, do you want to try? I put my hand on her belly.
And here's the row of palm trees, I guess. And there was a guy working on the stone around here with that yuckery type plant. Obviously it's been 50 years, so, and Edward Woodward and Lord Summerall walk up to here in a montage shot. Right there. You can see, I think you can see this tree in the movie. Let me get the shot.
He brought me out the same way, to reverence the music and the drama and the rituals of the old gods, to love nature and to fear it, and to rely on it and to appease it where necessary. He brought me out...
He brought you up to be a pagan.
A heathen, conceivably, but not, I hope, an unenlightened one.
Lord Summerall, I am interested in one thing, the law. But I must remind you, sir, that despite everything you've said, you are the subject of a Christian country. Now, sir, if I may have your permission to exhume the body of Rowan Morrison.
I was under the impression I'd already given it to you. Ah, there's your transport. It's been a great pleasure meeting a Christian copper.
Not too sure about this shot, if this is where they come up after a discussion, because that house is not there. That may have been obscured by something. And we walk up here and there was two plant pots either side, where Edward Woodward has a go at him to say, he brought you up to be a pagan! And then he comes through here, and you see like a thing dangling, like a hair thing. It's always good to meet a Christian copper when his ride arrives. I mean, it could have been shot in a certain angle or obscured, but I've had a walk around and I can't find anything else that resembles it. And you can also see, it looks like a little bit of this right behind Christopher Lee when he's talking.
A heathen, conceivably, but not, I hope, an unenlightened one.
Okay, we are now by Giant's Grave, which is that big mound there, and this is where the procession started, led by Summerall along here, on their way to the beach to begin with. It's also where Ingrid and T's punch. Also as they make their way down here towards the mound. This is where the procession made their way to the beach, Corduroy Avenue, which is directly adjacent to where the girls were dancing in the procession, the chop chop scene also.
And now, for our more dreadful sacrifice, to those who command the fruit of the earth.
It's Rowan.
So I made it down to the beach, to the cave, and there she is. It was worth it. Let's have a closer look. So to Sergeant Howie's horror, this is where Lord Summerall reveals Rowan Morrison, who isn't actually dead, as he comes out of that cave. Let's have a look at the cave closer up. So here we are inside the cave, St Ninian's cave, and there's all nice little crosses and stuff. Looks like people write on the stones, little messages. I haven't got a pen, unfortunately. Little cross there. Someone's put a big cross up there, look. I can't see Sergeant Howie anywhere. There's all different, all sorts of stuff. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And this is what we're looking out to. Fantastic. Weather's taking a turn for the worse. Wicker Caravan Park, right on here. Come, it is time to keep your appointment with the Wicker Man. And there they are. Look at that. How amazing. But it's just amazing to be here to see just over 50 years after. Look at that. Oh, poor Sergeant Howie was up there being burnt to a crisp. So these stumps used to be a lot taller, as you can see in this picture. Unfortunately, a thief come in the dead of night and cut them down to pretty much a couple of inches high, as you can see by my video, which is really unfortunate. So these can be found at Burrowhead Caravan Park. You have to drive through the caravan park to actually find them, but I recommend going in to speak to the people, who are absolutely amazing. They told me where to find them, even gave me a map which will come up shortly, and you'll see them at the bottom of the page there. It says Wicker Man stumps. Absolutely fantastic. So this mound here is where the actual Wicker Man was burnt, the large one we see in the film. The secondary location with the stumps was another Wicker Man they burnt, I believe, for the final shot as the head fades away with the fire and we see the sun arise behind it.
So when leaving Borough Head Caravan Park, they told me about a restaurant pub type thing in the harbour that sold summer ale lager, and check it out. Oh yes.
Hey ho, who is there? No one but me, my dear.
So our first location is St Ninian's Cave. It's a bit of a trek from the car park. Haven't found it yet, but I'm sure we will. It's in the middle of nowhere.
Things I'll give to you, a stroke as gentle.
And here we have the upcoming sequel, The Wicker Dinosaur. Not sold on that one.
I'll catch a rainbow from the sky and tie the ends together. Hey ho, I am here. Am I not young and fair? Please come, say how do